Good afternoon, it's Pamela from Yorkshire in the north of England. I'm here to talk about my yarn haul that I've just got really. So I was thinking ahead, ready for when I do this Christmas in November thing that I'm going to be doing. So I just want to show you what I've got really. I've obviously got some in my stash that I will use as well, but you've seen those two that I got the other day at Hobbycraft. So those, and then the orders come today. So I've got a new ball of black, which is Signet 100% cotton. So that's that one. I got another ball of red, but in the 100% cotton. So that's the James C. Brett 100% cotton. So I've got choice of two now. I have got a small ball of the Serdar Happy cotton, but I wanted to make sure I had enough if this doesn't work out. But I think it will, and it doesn't harm to have a couple of different colours anyway. Then I got, now this one, sort of for the same reason, I've been resisting for ages. Oh, I've lost one. Anyway, I've got another one of these. I've been resisting getting these for a long time. These are the Serdar Classic cotton in DK, which is being discontinued, and these are the last two shades that have been left on Wool Warehouse. I have had plenty of the other colours as well, but I've been resisting, and I gave in and ordered. So that one is plum, but that will do for Christmas. I was thinking for one of the wise men. And this one in apricot, which will just go in my stash, because it'll do for, you know, doing bunny rabbits or doing washcloths, things like that, anything like that. The reason why they're so good, they were only about £1.20 or less. So that's a really good deal for 50 grams of cotton, and it is a nice quality cotton as well. I know Cassandra at Craftedly, after I sent her some of the grey that I got from the Stylecraft warehouse sale, and it's this stuff, and I think she liked it as well. Yeah, like I say, I've got 3 of those. I did only get one of those. I wish I'd have got another now, but anyway, it'll be enough because you only need little bits of those colours generally. And then I got this one. This is one I'm thinking for a wise man as well, which is smoky purple. So that's in the Signet Cotton DK. All these I'm showing you today are favourite DK cottons of mine. So I know they'll be useful for something. But yeah, for the moment, those two and that one I think will be the wise men. That's that. And then I got these, and I'll tell you why in a moment. This is King Cole Glitz. That band came off, by the way. So that one is in diamond white, and this one, I don't know what they call them. Oh, it's just called Christmas is the multicoloured one. So they've got sparkling, and I was thinking, I'm possibly, I think, going to do one of Cassandra's rainbow bears in the white, which will be like a polar bear, and do his trimmings in that colourway. But I also need this for another purpose. I'm going to show you why. I started this last year. This is why I've set myself a target for November, because last year I just thought, oh, I'll get round to it, and I only got part way then. So I started this last year, doing a wreath. I just picked this up from one of our budget shops, The Range, and it were really inexpensive. So I covered that in, this is I think it's a chunky. Yeah, it is, it's a chunky, but it obviously goes quite, you know, thinner because I've stretched it over. So I did that, but then I ran out of inspiration really of what to do. So I was making poppies and things for, I'm just trying to find out bits that I did. I think this pattern was from Happy Berry Crochet. I've got loads of these berries somewhere at the bottom, but I started doing the holly leaves, and I've obviously got quite a few of these. The idea that I had was to tie them round the wreath, but it's what else to put on it really. I can't decide. So I made all these berries as well that you do. So you put like 2 or 3 berries per 2 or 3 leaves. I just can't. Oh, there's another one there. I've done that one in sparkly light yarn. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah. And I also did a poinsettia. That one, which I think, if I remember correctly, was Anya from Ophelia Talks. I think it was her pattern for the poinsettia. So, and that's I've done in sparkly yarn. So I didn't know whether to put some of those on. I made these last year. I made a few of these and I got a lot better at it. I based it on somebody else's pattern, but I did change it for myself. And by the time I was done, I was getting very expert at them. But this one was one of my first attempts, which is a bit poor really. But I thought I could maybe hang him from the middle of the wreath, you know, so he like dangles in the middle. So that's a possibility. But I want some other things to put on it as well. That was one of my next efforts. That's a slightly better one. I started incorporating the red breast in the actual circle in the end. But yeah, I mean, even that size would go in the middle. So it's just what else to put, motifs to put round it really, or just to go with a few holly leaves, you know. But I'd already got part of one of these as well to use on this. So I'm thinking maybe do something larger to put on it using the multicoloured Kinko Glitz DK. I've obviously got in here, I've got a bit of the red in the with the glitter, not glitter, don't like glitter. This is the stranded, I don't know what you call it when it's like that. But it's not glitter, it's just got the strands in and amongst the thread. So I've got that one. Then I've got a plain DK in green, which was that's definitely a Stylecraft special DK. And I got a thick green as well, so chunky, and that one is Woolcraft New Fashion Chunky. I don't have an actual colour for that. So all these were to like do something for this wreath, not necessarily using them all, but just make something attractive. It's a long time since I've had a wreath. This will be for in the house obviously because I don't want it to get wet. But it's a long time since I've had a wreath and I just can't think of the inspiration really. But I don't want to use glue. So whatever I do will have to be tied on, I think, or stitched on. But I'm halfway there. It's just thinking of the inspiration. That's one of my jobs that I want to do in November. So I've got more options with the other colours as well now. And the other thing I got, which is the last two, is this Scapier's Soft Fun Denim. And the colour of this, so it doesn't say, sorry, I've forgotten to look what the colour is. It's the only one that's orange, I think. And this is 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. And funnily enough, after I'd made the order, Jeanette from Crafty Clays Creations actually showed using it on her channel. So it's really weird that, because I oohed and ahed about which cotton to get to try and do my a cat like mine. I think it is too orange, but it's really hard to match a colour to her really. So it's so strange, so it's such a huge coincidence that this is the one that I picked out of all the ones I looked at, and then I saw it on her channel. Anyway, she says it works up really nicely. So I'm really pleased about that you've got, like, I've got a recommendation for it. So I mean, I don't know when I'll get round to this, because obviously I've got all these plans for November, but I'm ready to go when I decide to do the cat, you know, in the tried as a I don't know, what would you say, a representation of my own cat. So yeah, so that's those. And the last thing, and funnily enough, this is again Jeanette from Crafty Cleggs Creations. If you watched her and Dawn from Dawn's Days and the Woven Almanac, and also Karen from Stitches and Jacks, you'll know they met up at Yarndale, which I really wanted to go to. It's not too far, it's in North Yorkshire, but I couldn't fit that weekend into my plans this year, but I will get there. But they met up and they all had made themselves one of these cardigans, and I've been trying to think of a cardigan I want to use. I've mentioned before and I've just mentioned today, the Spectrum Wool Sales, that is basically Stylecraft Mills, which is in Slough, which looks like Slaithwaite, if you remember. I taught you a bit of Yorkshire there. So yeah, and I mean, they have a sale regularly, but about 2 years ago I bought a pack of their it's Stylecraft Batik Swirl. I can't remember the colourway, I should have brought it downstairs, but I've been looking for a cardigan pattern to try this out with, and I think I got 4 of them. There's 200 grams I think in each ball. I got 4 of them in a pack, and it cost something silly like £8, and I'm sure it's more than that just for one. Mine will have knots in it because it's a second, but I don't care, it's such a good deal. So yeah, that's what I want to use for this. And then I'm going to pick some single colours, you know, to bump it out a bit, because I think I need 5 of those really to make a cardigan. So I may have to you know, get a couple of 100 gram you know, Stylecraft Special DK or Stylecraft Heathers to you know, to plump it up a bit, and to use around the edges and what have you, in an occasional roll or whatever. So, but yeah, that's my idea, but to do it in the variegated yarn. So yeah, I've bought that to do that with, because all 3 of them, they all look lovely what they actually wore. So I thought, oh well, I'll have a look at that. So I looked it up, and sure enough, normally I'd get the PDF, but because I was ordering anyway, I got the actual written pattern. So yeah, whether that, hopefully if I get all my Christmas things done by the end of November as planned, this might be something I'll do in December, I think. So that's one for us to watch out for, and that will be my first proper wearable that I will have done. I mean, when I first learnt to crochet as a teenager, as it was in the 70s, you know, waistcoats and cardigans and things and ponchos were very popular, made out of granny squares, and that's what we did. My great aunt taught me how to make granny squares, and we made lots of them, and she put them together, and I actually wore like one of those, you know, sleeveless, like I say, it'd be like a waistcoat really, but a bit longer. And she made me a few of those out of ones that I've made and what she'd made and what have you. So technically I have worked towards the wearable, but I've never actually done a crocheted one from beginning to end. I've made knitted ones, like I say. I used to be able to knit really well. It's just a matter of dredging it up out of the memory bank, but I haven't actually knitted myself anything to wear since I was in my 20s. And that was with my mum watching over me, so it would be a bit different if I were to start now, but that is the plan eventually, is to have a go at knitting again. But yeah, for the time being, this will be my first proper wearable, so you will have to live that with me. So I'm looking forward to that. So other than that, I'm nearly there with the limbs for the horse, because I went and started another project. which I'm not showing you just yet because I want to make sure it works out properly first. But yeah, so I'm working 2 things at once. So plus I've had like a couple of busy days. But and by the way, I've got my car back. It's fixed, so I'm thrilled to bits. Do you know, with what I've spent on the gearbox problem, the oil, and the exhaust, I could have had an holiday for that amount of money. But anyway, it's important to have the car, so I'm really, when I'm coming back today, I'm thinking, oh, please don't anything else go wrong with it. So keep your fingers crossed. I don't want anything else to go wrong with it, but so far so good. Anyway, I just wanted to show you all these lovely things that I've got, and I'll be back soon with a proper update on the crocheted items. So I'll just say take care of yourselves, and I'll see you there.